How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another card game video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today, we are talking about and looking at Varia, a brand new card game that, well, it's not exactly a trading card game. It's more like an expandable card game that's very, very good for people on a budget. I would very much liken it to Ashes, Rise of the Phoenixborn, as well as some other maybe like living card game kind of things, but it's not exactly like that. So we're going to talk about Varia today. It's actually a very, very fun card game. I heard about it from a friend of the channel, Noxious. And the fact that he said it was an absolute blast to play meant that I just had to check it out. So what we're gonna do today in this video is we're gonna open up this Varia starter set. We're gonna give you my first impressions on this, and we're gonna take a look at some of the other decks and other options available with Varia right now. If you like what you see here, I will have links in the description down below where you can go to pick up some Varia. This video is not sponsored, though they did send me this and all of the other decks to check out, though they were like, you know what? Say whatever you want about them, and that's what I intend on doing. Before we get started, I do want to mention if you are looking to pick up any card gaming supplies such as playmats, definitely check out redzonerogue.com, where I sell some custom Red Zone Rogue playmats and merch. Currently, we only have playmats. We have about 6 different options there, but we will be expanding the site to include sleeves and, you know, apparel and other playmats. Basically, I want something there for everyone who watches the channel, whether you like Flesh and Blood or you like anime card games or you like, you know, games like Varia here. So without further ado, let's go to a top down. Let's open this up, and these are going to be my raw first impressions on this kit. I have looked at all of the other decks, but I've never opened up this specifically. So we're gonna take a look at this, and yeah, I'll tell you what I think. All right, so here is Varia, the 2-player starter set on one of those custom Red Zone Rogue mats that I mentioned. Without further ado, let's open this up and check it out. So this is a 2-player starter set, has a time of 30 minutes, which is pretty on par for the course for trading card games these days, or just card games in general. Get ready for the fight of your life. Forget everything you know about collectible card games. Varia shakes things up with innovative card and dice-based combat. Pick a class, grab some dice, and get ready to throw down in the original first-person card game. So this is what they are marketing this as, a first-person card game. Like I said, it actually reminds me heavily of Ashes Reborn or Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn, where you just buy decks and you just get all the cards. That's exactly what Ashes does. That's exactly what Varia is like. So if you like Ashes or you like really budget-friendly card games, I think these are both fantastic options. And I will have a link, like I said, in the description down below to where you can go and purchase this game. I want to say the prices are around $25, maybe $25 to $30. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's very affordable. It's very, very affordable. You can buy and get everything for less than a couple $100. And so that's what, the price of like 2 booster boxes in any other game. You get literally every card in the entire game. First of all, it's actually a very, very nice box. I didn't realize this with the shrink wrap, but it's got a very nice texture to it. It doesn't feel cheap at all. So yeah, let's take off this. Yeah, it's a pretty sturdy box. We do have the Varia starter book, you know, the guide, how to play. Let's take a look at this. I think this stuff is actually very important. A lot of games don't do this, and I actually enjoy the pageantry of this. I love the art, the colorful pictures, you know, and I know that's an easy thing to say, oh yeah, I like the colorful pictures, but I think it really helps depict the world, depict the characters, get your player excited about what they're about to get into. We're not gonna read the whole thing. Dude, there's a comic book. I didn't actually know that. That's awesome. It looks really good too. Yeah, you can, I'm gonna kind of flip through this, but you can pause it and then read this if you'd like. Dude, that's really sweet. So these are the 2 characters I know that are in the starter set. There's like an assassin type character and then a big like barbarian style dude. And then here we have the how to play. That's really cool. You know what? I'm gonna give you really big props for that. The intro to your book is like a little comic book that sets the stage you know, teaches you a little bit about the world and shows you some cool lore between the characters. I really like this kind of stuff. I think more games should do this. I think it's awesome. And then this is just kind of like getting started. You have the Volcanic Warrior and the Shadow Assassin. There's items. You also have like gear and weapons, like Flesh and Blood actually. You can kind of see how it's set up here. We're not going to talk about how to play. This is just, you know, like a first impressions kind of thing. And I gotta say, initially the first impressions are very good. They are very, very good. Winning and losing. You just gotta destroy your opponents. I love how it says all other players, which leads me to believe that there are multiplayer formats, and I do believe multiplayer formats to be very important in card games. It's very popular, and it's just a really fun way to play with your friend. And just a bunch of rules, clarifications, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so let's take a look at what the actual cards look like. So here we have a packet of dice. You have, what, D4s and D6s. So if you play D&D, you don't need to buy extra dice, but it comes with dice. So that's kind of cool. And then here we have the decks. This is the Volcanic Warrior deck, and this one, I would guess, is the Shadow Assassin deck. I do want to mention right now that you can buy these decks separate than this 2-player kit, though I think the 2-player kit's just a better deal, and it comes with this really cool rulebook. All right, so here we have all of the currently available decks lined out. Like I said, there are no booster packs. You literally just buy the decks and you get all of them. You can also see here that the 2 that we got in the starter kit are decks that are available already outside of it. So if you only wanted the deck, or you only wanted one of these decks, then you don't have to buy the starter kit. I'll also say that these little decks, they just come in little boxes. They just come in little boxes that fit the decks. They don't have any dice or anything like that in them. There is a very interesting, like, dice, kind of like a punch-out kind of thing that you want. I would recommend just buying some dice. I would just buy some dice. Or buy the starter kit. That's probably going to be the best way to do that. I do like the back of this card, by the way. The card backs in this game, I think, are very, very nice. So yeah, let's open this up and take a look at the cards inside and the decks. And I'm pretty sure they're the exact same as these other decks, but let's look at them anyway. All right, so there is a pull tab. This is always the greatest challenge for me for card games, is just opening these like super vacuum sealed packs of cards. One thing that I will note that's different, that this one actually comes with a card of like the character, rather than this one. It doesn't really come with a card, it just comes with like a little learn to play booklet that has like a deck list and then like a QR code of how to play. By the way, scan this if you'd like to learn how to play. As well as the website Guild Games LLC and all that kind of stuff here. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. We have Bowie Knife, and I want to say that the cards feel a little bit different on here. Maybe they're like a little bit glossier, less matte. Yeah, interesting. I wonder if it's just because they're like a different printer. They still have the same back, but these ones feel like slicker. You can kind of even see, like, look at the glare, and then look at the glare here. You can kind of see, yeah, look at that. Interesting. I mean, neither of them feel bad. It's just interesting distinction. These are some of the earlier ones. These are some of like the first edition ones. I'm not sure if that matters or anything right now, but it does signify that these are the earlier print versions of these cards. So here we have a David Bowie knife. I mean a Bowie knife. This one is a weapon item, and so, you know, much akin to like Flesh and Blood or something like that, you do have weapons, which is pretty cool. We have an ebon cloak, and here you can kind of see like the card layout, the art style. Some of the art is very, very stylized, like this one, the profane memento, which is also an item. And then here we have some of the, you know, this is a physical attack. I will say, after looking through the art and looking through the cards, is that some of the art is really good, and some of the art, you know, maybe, I don't know how to put it. It's not bad. None of the art is bad, but some of it is just like, doesn't look as up to par, you know, compared to some other card games that you may play. This one actually reminds me of that comic book that we just looked at. Same with this one, kind of. Reminds me very of like comic booky style artwork. But like this, like look at this. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Slice them up. And that's another critique that one of my friends also told me. They're like, you know, some of the art's great, some of the art's maybe not as great, but the art overall I think looks really good. Got like this backflip card. And the gameplay is also very, very good. But like I said, we're not going to talk about, you know, how to play here. Like this one looks sweet. Like look at this, Arias Tarka. And the fact that you just get all of the cards, by the way, is awesome. So if there's any, you know, cards that are particularly very powerful, well, you just have them. You don't have to open up booster packs to get them, you just have them. Shield Kick, Brace Yourself, Aimed Edge. I know so there's some cards that are specific to the classes and some cards that are, you know, more generic kind of things. Another Snake Bite, we got some Combat Reflexes. We have this, what I would guess to be kind of like a token or like a status effect kind of thing. And then we have that. So that was the first deck, the Shadow Assassin. Unlike Flesh and Blood, there are no, you know, heroes or rulers or anything like that. You are the character, but you do have, you know, equipment that you can equip yourself with, which is pretty cool. Let's take a look at this deck. What I really like about games like this is that, you know, you can find something that you like or that resonates with you and then go with that class or character or hero or, you know, whatever, right? So for me personally, I really like this like zombie pirate lady. She's really cool. I like this mystical wizard, sorceress kind of lady too. And my favorite character in Diablo is the sorceress. And I love like, you know, sorcerer type characters in D&D. This dragon knight guy is freaking awesome. There's this paladin dude, like there's a lot of really cool characters here. So this is the Volcanic Warrior. We have a Thorium Crusher that immediately reminds me of World of Warcraft, you know, mining those thorium veins. Molten Ravager, it still reminds me of World of Warcraft actually. Got some cool comic book style art, Critical Strike. We have a Shield Spear. Whoa, look at that art. We have a Spellbreaker, Physical Attack Strength. We have Enrage, another one of that comic book style art. Fenrock's Leash, Cranial Crash. Really sweet artwork on this one. Look at that. It's really good. I would say for an indie card game, a brand new indie card game, it's fantastic. Like the art and presentation is really, oh my God. Decapitate. Decapitation. Yeah, look at that. Swift Escape. Sublimate or sublimate. We have another Combat Reflexes. Some of the cards you can see in some of these decks, Arias Tarka, Deadly Swing. We see some of these in each deck. Backflip, Twin Strokes. These are probably cards that, you know, you just kind of want in every deck. Yo, look at the art, dude. Really nice. This looks like, I keep seeing her, it reminds me of Black Widow. She looks like Black Widow. Fury of Fists. And then we have another like status ailment kind of card here. And so, I mean, that's kind of like the rough look at the game. For like 20 bucks to try it out, I think it's a great deal here, especially if you find something that resonates with you. You can just pick up any of these decks. I know there are, you know, complexity and difficulty levels listed on their website. I'm gonna kind of show some of the ones that I really like this Cosmic Wizard. Like, look at this, really, really nice. Really, really pretty artwork in some of these. And like I said, some of the art doesn't hold up as much, but some of it is so good. Look at this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful artwork. So yeah, like this one, like this is what I mean, right? This one's, it's not bad. It's not a bad piece of artwork, but it's not this one, right? It's not that one. It's still good, gets the job done, but some of the art is just so good. Arcane Bolt. I hate being critical about art like this because I really support artists, and I you know, I don't want to say I sympathize with their, you know, struggles as an artist, but yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Some of the stuff looks great. Wind Shank, Arcane Blast. So here's some of the weapons. She has a Cosmic Edge, Forgotten Scroll, this Magical Block Reality Ripple, and then another one of these like status ailments. And then let's take a look at this pirate too. The pirate lady is really cool. Skeletal Strike. I really like the pirate lady. She's like a skeleton ghost pirate. I dig it. So like I said, I think this is a game where you can just kind of like use it like a board game, basically. You can either buy all of it and then just when you have friends over, be like, hey, you want to play this cool card game with me? Look at this. The Redemption. It's her freaking ship. Look, her ghost ship is a card. That's awesome. That's really cool. And so, yeah, you know what? For the sake of it, let's take a quick look at all these other ones. You know what? We're here. Let's just do it. So this is kind of like the paladin almost style character. Slay the wicked. That's kind of the vibe you got going on here. So if you like the holy warrior, the paladin trope, that's what you're rocking here. And once again, I think it looks great. You can definitely see some healing hammers. You can definitely see some overlapping cards. This is like a samurai style Shirahadori strike. We have bulwark, and you know they're very, very in theme, very, very flavorful. So you know you're like, I want to play the samurai. Then is he blocking with his hat? He's blocking with his hat. I don't think I recognized that before. Crazy. Tetsudo. Yeah. Plasma cutter. Yeah, there's some cool stuff here. So, with this all said, the sixth blade of Miyamune. If you would like to see me play this, if you like the way this looks and you'd like to see more of this, if you'd like to see me play this, let me know in the comments down below and perhaps I can get some gameplay. This one looks sweet. By the way, this is like the Dragon Knight guy. He looks awesome. Fevered upstroke. Yeah, fierce resolve. Yeah, look at it. I really like the stylized stuff like this too. I really like it. So, yeah, I think this game has a lot of potential. I think the price point is really good. And, you know, it's just like a small indie project. And I absolutely love... Ooh, interesting. Inner Dragon. I absolutely love supporting these small indie projects. And then the last but not least, we got this monk. This kind of like monk style character. This avatar. Looks like Aang. We have Stunning Strike. Raging Heart Demonic Claw. I really like some of these names. Graceful Mind, Angelic Paw. Yo, this looks awesome. Center the Soul. Really cool stuff. Wellspring of Wrath. Eternity Palms. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff going on here. Twin Pillars of Adina. Really, really cool stuff. So yeah, that's my recommendation. If you like the style of this, you like the way it looks, I highly recommend checking it out. If you'd like to see me play this game, then please let me know. It is kind of like a battle game, you versus your opponent, and there's a lot to choose from here. I would also recommend possibly just starting with this two-player starter set. Comes with this really, really nice rule book with all of the, all of the details on how to play this really cool comic. You got some die here, and it's just kind of like a little cool, complete package. So I would recommend checking it out if if this speaks to you. And personally, Pirate Lady, Cosmic Wizard both speak to me, and also the Dragon Dude. Those all speak to me personally. So if I played this, I'd probably play with one of these characters. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video today. Let me know what you think of Varia in the comments down below. I think this is more or less a hidden gem. I think this is a hidden gem. And so check it out. Like seriously, just check it out. Maybe give it a shot to play, at your kitchen table with friends. I think it's worth it. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time for some more card game content. Have a good one all. We'll see you later.